Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Orina. Congress National General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra assured to take up the issue of tribal status to the community while interacting with the tribal women at Morpila. She also assured to take up the issue of livelihoods of the community, where she alleged that government had neglected them. She also hit out at the inflation which affected women badly.
After her arrival at Daboli Airport, Priyanka Gandhi proceeded to Asolna to pay her respects at the Martyrs Memorial. She also interacted with students and activists who pioneered the Save Mole campaign. Thereafter, she participated at the Women's Convention at Margaon and a Workers' Convention at Chikali, Mormugaon. At Morpila, Priyanka Gandhi interacted with tribal women and also joined the dancers from Goa's tribal community at Morpila. It is your right to have education, water, roads, sports ground, and it is the duty of the government to ensure that the needs are met. Congress party will address the problems faced by you, she assured. Priyanka also hit out at lack of government support to local occupations, inflation, and the burden it puts on women.
कि जो सरकार आएगी उसे आपके लिए काम करना पड़ेगा। आजकल जो सरकार है गोवा में वो ऐसी सरकार नहीं है जो जनता के लिए काम कर रही है। जो सरकार गोवा में है वो अपने लिए काम कर रही है। वो चाहती है किसी भी हालत में सत्ता होनी चाहिए। अपने बड़े बड़े उद्योगपति मित्रों को जो भी देना है वो दे देते हैं। यहाँ पे कोल माइनिंग शुरू किया, सब कुछ किया। लेकिन आप जो काम कर रहे हैं, जो खेती करते हैं, मैंने देखे बहुत सारे काजू के पेड़ देखे, आप काजू की खेती करते हो, इसके लिए आपको कोई सुविधा नहीं दी गई। आपने कहा कि जो शेड्यूल ट्राइब में जो आपको शामिल करने के लिए, तो ये काम जो हो जाना चाहिए था पहले, अभी तक नहीं हुआ है। आपके यहाँ के विधायक भी शायद आप ही के यहाँ से हैं, लेकिन उन्होंने भी नहीं किया। तो कांग्रेस पार्टी ने तय किया है कि आपके लिए काम करेंगे ही। आज महंगाई है, आपको तेल नहीं मिल रही, गैस सिलेंडर 1000 रुपए का हो गया है, इतनी ज़्यादा महंगाई है, तो इसका बोझ कौन उठाता है? आप ही उठाती हैं। आप बच्चों को संभालती हैं, परवरिश करती हैं। आप चाहती हैं कि अपने बच्चों का भविष्य मजबूत बने, कि आपके बच्चे जैसे आपने इतने सारे बच्चों को पढ़ाया है, लिखाया है, रोजगार नहीं है। तो सरकार का काम यह होता है कि आपको रोजगार दिलवाए, आपको आगे बढ़ाए, आपकी गांव में समस्या है उसको सुलझाए। गोवा के लिए एक ऐसी सरकार दिलवाए जो गोवा के लोगों के लिए काम करे और जो गोवा को वापस गोवा की जनता के हाथों में दे। पीने का पानी कैसे आएगा, यहाँ तमाम ऐसी चीजें हैं जो सरकार को करनी चाहिए जो नहीं की। तो कांग्रेस की यही प्रयास होगा कि ये सब चीजें हम, अगर सरकार हमारी बने तो हम पूरी तरह से सिर्फ जनता की सेवा में लगे और जनता की सेवा वाली सरकार बनाएं।
At Ake Margaon, Priyanka Gandhi participated at the Women's Convention and made an ardent appeal for self-dependence of women. She also hit out against BJP government's lackadaisical attitude on women's security. She also promised additional 1 lakh rupees for self-help groups and a marketing scheme. Priyanka also highlighted unemployment and corruption in government recruitment.
यहाँ पे भाजपा ने कहा कि रेलवेज की डबल ट्रैकिंग होगी जाएंगी, जिससे हजारों की तादाद में पेड़ काटे जाएंगे, मोलेम फॉरेस्ट बर्बाद होगा, पर्वतों और दूध सागर का नुकसान होगा। इन चीजों को करने से गोवा की जनता को इतना भी लाभ नहीं होगा। सिर्फ एक बड़े उद्योगपति का लाभ होगा जो यहां से कोयला डालकर दूसरे प्रदेशों में भेजना चाह रहा है। जो अत्याचार करता है उन पे नहीं लगाते, आरोप महिलाओं पे लगाते हैं। यही उन अत्याचार हो रहे हैं, तो सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है कि उन अत्याचारों को रोके। आपके एफआईआर दर्ज होने चाहिए, कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, अपराधियों को जेल में डाला जाना चाहिए और उन पर पूरी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। लेकिन इस सरकार ने ऐसा नहीं किया, अपराध सिर्फ बढ़ रहे हैं। कांग्रेस पार्टी ने यह तय किया है कि हर तालुक में पुलिस स्टेशन खोला जाएगा और पुलिस में ज्यादा से ज्यादा महिलाओं की भर्ती की जाएगी। इससे आपको
The BJP has alleged that though there was a public perception about the BJP-MGP alliance, and even when talks were going on with the national BJP leadership, MGP suddenly declared alliance with TMC. Asked about Rohan Kaunte joining BJP, State President Sadanand Thanavade said there was no talks in this regard. He also said GPCC President Girish Chodankar should file a police complaint against the minister allegedly involved in the sex scandal.
त्यांच्यानी सांगितले सकाळी ही अनैसर्गिक युती असा. काँग्रेसी बरोबर युती केली जाल्यार कदाचित थोडेशे तांकां व्हडलेशें दिसनासलें, पण टीएमसी बरोबर युती, वेस्ट बेंगॉलच्या टीएमसी बरोबर युती केल्या कारणान त्यांचे उमेदवार जे आसात ते अस्वस्थ आसात आनी म्हणून तांकां थंड करपाक लागून ते भियेतात की आपली वोट जी आसा ती आपल्याक मेळटली काय कितें, कारण टीएमसी बरोबर अलायन्स केल्या कारणान कदाचित आमची मतां वयतली आनी बीजेपीक मेळटली काय कितें हो संभ्रम तांच्या भितर निर्माण जाल्लो आसा. चवताळेले आसा. काल हांव प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स पळयतालो, कारण तांकां स्वता प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स सांगच्या पयलीं जय श्रीराम ही घोशणा दिवची पडटा हें दुर्दैव आसा. करपाक सुरू केलें आनी बऱ्याच जाणांक दिसता की ज्या वेळार ते सरकार येवपाक लागता अशा पार्टी बरोबर बरेच जाण रावतात आनी भारतीय जनता पार्टी राजकीय पार्टी आसा आनी ताका लागून कोणाचो प्रवेश आसा जाल्यार तांकां सदरीत वेलकम आता खंय त्या संदर्भात म्हजे काय उलोवप जावना. काँग्रेसीने एलिगेशन केल्या ताका म्हजे अजूनही सांगप आसा. तेणे तेचे कोणाचे ते नाव सांगले, कंप्लेंट फायल करची, इमिडिएटली एक्शन मुख्यमंत्री घेतलो. हे अजूनही पळय कोणे ताका अजूनही सांगता लेटर कंप्लेंट करता. हांव अजूनही तेचेर म्हजेर एलिगेशन करतलो प्रश्न तेन्ना हांव ताका अजूनही सांगपाक सोदतां तुमच्या माध्यमांतल्यान हे ताणें आयकचें. तेणे त्या मनशाचें नाव सांगते, तेचेर कंप्लेंट फायल कोणाची करची आणि मागीर तुम्ही म्हाका प्रश्न विचारा. तो पॉलिटिकल एखाद्याचे तू जेन्ना सुमोटो म्हणटा पळय, अरे कितें आसा तेणे जर तेजे कडेन तो म्हणटा आपल्या कडेन सगळो प्रूफ आसा, ती न्ही रे कित्याक दवरला ती आनी एकदां कर कंप्लेंट मागीर पळोवया.
Now let's take a short break.
Unlock the goodness of health with wealth and safeguard your health or life. Go and sip, truly going. Going to goat, going to udok, am cheudok.
Welcome back. While politics in the state has reached fever pitch with leaders crossing the state for votes, a very important section of voters, the youth, are still skeptical about politics and politicians. Herald TV's young team of interns took to the street to find out more.
I feel that it's inconsistent. It's they are not very honest. Like the people who we elect, they're not very honest with us, the people.
Who do you think should be the next chief minister?
To be honest, I don't see anyone right now that is very vibrant. But honestly, it would be someone who is very active and is willing to understand the people from an empathetic ground.
What kind of government or leader does the youth of Goa want in the future?
I personally would want someone who is very energetic, very active, proactive, is willing to listen to the opinions and, be with the people.
What do you understand when it comes to Goan politics?
I think it's not that great and it needs to improve.
Should the government of Goa do for the people?
I think listen to them and understand their problems.
At the moment, all that I understand is that it's not in a good shape and it needs some tuning and a lot of stuff has to be done.
So in that, who do you think should be the next chief minister?
No particular candidate comes to mind when I think about it, but we would definitely want someone who is regular with the job that they do, and someone who is really concerned for the people and looks into matters. And we don't want someone who will just talk from a high stage and give a speech. We want someone who comes down to like the grassroots level and interacts with the people.
I feel Goan politics is right now in a big confusion. There's a lot of chaos regarding the various parties that have come into Goa.
So who do you think should be the next chief minister?
That's a very tricky question. I would not want to indulge into naming a person, but if I would want to explain what I would want from a chief minister, then that would be someone who is a people's person, someone who would work for the people and not do anything against the people and against the will of the people, because ultimately it's we who are voting them.
3 passengers who arrived on a flight from the United Kingdom to Goa during the wee hours of Friday have tested positive for COVID-19. Health Minister Viswajit Rane said that all the 3 passengers have been shifted to an isolation facility in South Goa. All others who tested negative will be asked to be under strict home quarantine for 8 days before undergoing another test at the end of it.
3 UK passengers have tested positive for COVID-19 on arrival at Goa Dabolim International Airport. Health Minister Viswajit Rane tweeted, "This is with reference to flight AI 146 that arrived from UK this morning. 237 travellers tested on arrival. 3 patients, that is the passengers, have been tested positive. All other negative travellers will be kept in strict home quarantine and will be reset on the day 8 or earlier if asymptomatic. According to the Government of India guidelines and protocols, necessary directions have been issued to DHS in this regards." Rane said in another tweet that earlier Goa had already isolated 5 crew members from a merchant navy ship who had tested positive. Their 2 samples have been sent to Pune-based laboratory to genome sequences. Now, 3 passengers who arrived on a flight from United Kingdom on Goa during the wee hours on Friday have tested positive for COVID-19.
Now let's take a short break.
Going to Udok, I'm Udok.
Welcome back. 8 days after the incident, the families of the missing barge crew members still have not got closure. The barge Sri Krishna went missing off the Goa coast. After spending all the money and running from pillar to post, family members appealed to the authorities to continue the search operations.
8 days after the incident, the family members of the missing crew members of the barge Sri Krishna went missing off Goa coast struggles for justice in Goa. Now all we need is at least the dead bodies of the missing crew, says Abu Mohsin Mullah, the brother of Ali Muhammad, the captain of the ill-fated barge. Ali has revealed the struggles faced by the family members of the missing crew members after the tragic incident. MV Sri Krishna 8 barge disappeared at the sea amid inclement weather on the December 2nd. 4 of its crew members remain untraced. Neither the barge nor the debris has been sighted at the sea, even as the Coast Guard search operation that continues to Sunday are expected to continue on Monday as well.
हम लोग उन लोग के मुंह से जो सुना है, जो तूफान बहुत जोर से आ रहा था, तो कैप्टन ने लास्ट कॉलिंग बोला था. उसके बाद अली मोहम्मद नीचे जाके सबको बुलाया था. जो उठो लास्ट कॉलिंग है डेंजर जोन है, सबको जो लाइफ बोट होता है, लाइफ जैकेट होता है, सबको लाइफ जैकेट पहनना बोला था. तो सबको लाइफ जैकेट पहन 10 ही आदमी लाइफ जैकेट पहना हुआ था. तो जब जहाज बहुत तूफान में आ गया था, थोड़ा साइड होने जा रहा था, उस टाइम में 6 बंदा नीचे कूद गया था. तो एक बंदा उसमें से सुधीर मंडल बोल के ऊपर जाके लाइफ बोट को निकालने जा रहा था। तो उस टाइम में तूफान का वजह से नीचे गिर गया। तो नीचे गिर के बहुत चिल्ला रहा था वो। 4 आदमी का नाम लेके मुशारफ, अली, पंकज भाई, सतीश बोल के पूरा किसी को मिला नहीं है। जब उसको होश आया, सेंस आया उसको, तो देखा जो समुद्र के अंदर गिरा हुआ था, कोई चौपा डाके उसका कोस्ट गार्ड का उसको रेस्क्यू किया था।
क्या उसने वो जो 4 बचे हुए लोगों को देखा था?
वो 4 बजे नीतीश कुमार एक बंदा को, नीतीश कुमार जो था वो एक बंदा को सतीश को देखा था जो समुद्र में स्विमिंग कर रहा था, लेकिन उसको दूसरा टाइम नहीं देखा था। एक ही 6 बंदा से 5 बंदा जो मिला है उसमें से एक बंदा उसको देखा है, 5-4 बंदा नहीं देखा है।
तो उनके हिसाब से जहाज डूब गया, सिंक हो गया क्या?
हाँ, जहाज नीचे पूरा चला गया था।
उसमें आयरन ओर भी था।
उसका आयरन ओवर लोडिंग, मतलब लोडिंग बहुत ज़्यादा लोडिंग था, लेकिन जो हिसाब है लोग का वो हिसाब से लोडिंग था, लेकिन ज़्यादा माल था। तो आयरन था, बहुत भारी था। 6 दिन हो गया है। तो हम लोग का सिर्फ एक ही रिक्वेस्ट है कंपनी या कोस्ट गार्ड का हाथ से, जो 72 आवर जब निकल गया था तब लोग सोच लिए थे जो ये बंदा नहीं आएगा, कहीं अलाइव नहीं हो सकता है। तो इसलिए हम लोग फिर रिक्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं जो लोग जिंदा हो या कुछ भी हाल में हो तो सिर्फ हम लोग को चाहिए। अगर अगर कुछ भी होता है, खराब कुछ होता है तो उसको बॉडी तो मिलना चाहिए। हम लोग को बॉडी हमको दे दीजिए कम से कम। ये तो सर्च कीजिए, 4 बंदा का बॉडी ही मिलेगा अगर जिंदा नहीं है। और इतना बड़ा बाज, छोटा बाज नहीं है, इतना बड़ा बाज है, उसको नहीं मिल रहा। 3 दिन से ढूंढ रहे आप लोग, कैसे नहीं मिल रहा है? ये तो एक रात में तो बाज 10 किलोमीटर नहीं जा सकता है। और समुद्र का अंदर में कितना स्पीड में जाता है? वो तो बंद वाला इंजन है, कितना जाएगा? कम से करीबन 300 मीटर 400 मीटर जा सकता है। तो आप लोग इतना ढूंढे, कैसे ढूंढ ले? समझ में नहीं आ रहा। और कोई रिजल्ट भी नहीं आता है जब क्या हो रहा है। रात को अगर पूछेंगे तो बोलते हैं भाई सर्चिंग चालू है, कल फिर सर्च होगा। इसका सब कुछ जवाब नहीं आता हम लोग का पास।
स्टोरी बाय किरण बोरकर फॉर हेराल्ड टीवी।
The High Court of Bombay at Goa on Friday adjourned the disqualification petition against 12 rebel MLAs to December 20th. Petitions had been filed against 10 MLAs from the Congress and 2 MGP MLAs who joined the BJP. The petitions have been clubbed by the High Court.
But the court is only sitting up to 1:30 because it has other boards after that. And they didn't have the time today, so I requested the court that please give me an early date because this is an important constitutional matter and I'm going to argue only on law. So the court was very kind enough to fix this matter for 20th, immediately after admission matters.
20th this month?
20th of this month.
Okay, morning, afternoon?
No, it will be after admission matters.
Sir, 23rd is the last working day and later on this bench is going to return. Do you think in next 2-3 days?
I will not take much time because I'm on a point of law. I can finish my arguments in 1 hour, 1.5 hour maximum. And others also said the same thing. Hopefully, the bench would be able to conclude the hearing before vacations.
Thank you.
गिरीश बाब the group letter.
On the dispute with Goa forward, we want to say something.
They are handling.
Group
No. Okay, thanks.
बोलिए ना लो।
Now let's take a short break.
The goodness of health with wealth and safeguard your health or life. Go and sip. Truly going. Going to goat. Going to udok. Udok.
Welcome back. The Goa Medical College kiosk vendors are resilient and still fighting it out. On Friday, vendors completed the 19th day of their protest, but none of the authorities came to meet them. The protesters have withdrawn their chain hunger strike but have continued their protests. They have said that their protest will continue till the rehabilitation process is completed.
आज आमचो 19 डे 19 अधिक आणि आम्ही बसल्या हिंगा आतां सद्याक काम चालू आहा. आमकां सांगलां की संडे म्हणल्यार ही वॉल मोडपाची आहा म्हणून मुखार आयली. मागीर ही वॉल मोडली म्हणून आमी नेक्स्ट कितें प्लॅन ऑफ एक्शन आहा तो आमी डिसायड करतले. कॉन्ट्रॅक्टरा कडेन आनी कोणा कडेन उलोवन ते सांगता ते प्रमाणे आमी करतले कितें आहा
आनी कितें जाता की हिंगासरूच तुमचे सगळे टायर आतां पडटले तुमकां आनी
हय आतां काम हांव सगळे कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर आमी डेली बेसिसार कॉन्ट्रॅक्टरा कडेन ऑफिशला कडेन आमी टचान आहा कितें अपडेट आहा ते काम म्हणटा तो आनीक 2 दिसांनी ती वॉल कंप्लीट जातली आनी मागीर तिसऱ्या दिसा मोडटले म्हणटा तो सो तेणें सांगलां आमकां मागीर तें जालें मूज मागीर भायलें काम करतले तें काम मागीर कॉमेत जालें मूज आमी एक कॉल घेतले सगळे डिसिजन घेतले कितें करपाचें आयदर बसपाचें काय उठपाचें तें आमी ते कॉल तेजे प्रमाणे आमी सगळें इन्फॉर्म करता काम चलता तितून हॅप्पी आमी आनी ते ह्युमन न्हू ह्युमन बिंगूय ते दीस रात काम करता अहें न्हू काम एक दीस पासून बंद आहा काम सदांच चालू आहा रातचेंय चालू आहा दिसाचें करता सांजचें कॉन्क्रीट घालता ते पूण आमी कामाक कांय कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर भरपूर फूल हितून 100% करता काम पूण आतां मातशें बेगीन जावंक जाय आसलें तें पूण तें कितें म्हणटा ऑलरेडी आमकां ऑर्डरूच लेट मेवल्या तर आमी ट्राय करता तितल्या बेगीन तुमचें काम करपाचें तें करता म्हणटा तें
The Aam Aadmi Party has launched a campaign in Kalangut to register women for its proposed Griha Aadhar program, which the party assured to launch after it comes to power in Goa. Addressing a press conference, Atishi Marlena, AAP campaign in charge for Goa, reiterated that women would get rupees 2,500 under the Griha Aadhar and all other women above the age of 18 would get an amount of rupees 1,000. This amount would be given to all women irrespective if they are working or in college. So each household would get rupees 4,000 to rupees 6,000.
जो महिलाएं गोवा में हैं जो 18 साल से ऊपर की हैं, हर महिला के बैंक में हर महीने 1,000 रुपए आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार देगी। तो चाहे कोई कॉलेज में जाने वाली लड़की हो, चाहे कोई जॉब करने वाली महिला हो, चाहे कोई हाउसवाइफ हो, किसी भी उम्र की कोई भी महिला हो और परिवार में चाहे एक बेटी हो, 2 बेटी हो, 3 बेटियां हो, एक बहू हो, एक सास हो, जितनी भी महिलाएं हैं हर महिला को 1,000 रुपए मिलेंगे और गृह आधार की बेनिफिशियरी को 2,500 रुपए मिलेंगे। आज से उसका घर घर जाके रजिस्ट्रेशन आम आदमी पार्टी ने शुरू कर दिया है। आज सुबह कलमगुट से हमने इस प्रोग्राम की शुरुआत करी और हम जितने भी घरों में गए उन सब महिलाओं को इस बात की खुशी है कि जब यहाँ पे आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी तो उनके परिवार में किसी को 4,000 रुपए, किसी को 5,500 रुपए, किसी को 6,000 रुपए, क्योंकि हर महिला को फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट मिलेगा।
In the previous match against Giants East Bengal SC, FC Goa managed to emerge a winning side in the last crucial minutes. With the same spirit and motivation, Juan Fernando's boys are all set to take on Bengaluru FC on Saturday evening. Speaking to media in the pre-match, head coach Juan Fernando also highlighted the injury update on Brendan Fernandes and other key players of FC Goa.
Hello coach, your opponents Bengaluru FC have lost their previous 2 matches. So do you think that FC Goa will be the favourites in this match?
I think in this league no exists favourites. Everybody watch the games. Also because the games are crazy. You can watch the results, 6-4, 3-4. I think it's not exist favorite. Most important is in our focus. In my point of view, the most important for me is the players are thinking in his job, working like a team, like the last game, because it was a pleasure when you are a coach and you can see the players are working hard. This is the most important for me, and I'm thinking like this: favorites or not favorites. Trust me, in this moment it's very difficult. Yeah, I know, but this injury was in national team 1 month ago. The process of recovery is very difficult because more or less it's the same injury than the last season. And then they are working with doctors, when working with physios. Of course, we wait him because it's important player for us, but it's difficult to tell you about when he's ready. It's very, very difficult. Day by day, we are talking, of course, with physios, we are talking with doctor, the rest of the teammates and also the coach only to support him about mental health. But it's very difficult to tell you about when he is ready for to help the team.
Thank you, coach. All the best for tomorrow's match.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.